on Thursday of last week, you guys, or we together, went through this diamond problems page, right? The front and back, okay? The next page in your packet is this GCF page. We have skipped that. Don't do anything to that. We may come back to that just to do some stuff on that. The next page in the packet was this guy and this guy. So this on our Friday snow day, so this was our first snow day, Friday of last week. Not our first ever, but that one. There was a video in Schoology that took you through this, so this should be filled out along with this, and that is in Schoology. So if you did not watch that and did not take those notes, you're going to have to watch that video and do those notes, okay? Then on Monday we didn't have school, and on Tuesday there was another snow day, so you had work that day. On Tuesday, there was a video in Schoology. You had to complete 1 through 12 on the front. And I think the video went through 3 of those problems with you. So you had 9 additional problems that you need to finish. So if you didn't do that, you need to make sure that you do that. And if you didn't do all that, you're going to be really lost. So the hope is that you did that. Turn it to the back. We're going to look at these. We're going to do a couple of these together, and then you guys are going to work on these on your own for a little bit. So we're going to start with number 13. So find this page that has number 13 on it. So this is a crisscross, kind of like what we did in Thursday in class. This last number is the number that we multiply 2 and goes on top. This number right here is the number that we add 2 and it goes on bottom. So now what we're doing is we are finding factor pairs of our top number. Remember, a factor pair is 2 numbers that multiply to equal that number. So like 1 and 8 is a factor pair. 2 and 4 is a factor pair. Is there another factor pair of 8? Yes. So another factor pair would be like -2 times -4, -1 times -8. That would also give us 8. So typically, you can list all those if you want. That would be a really long line. So what we're now trying to find is some combination of this guy with this guy, or this guy with this guy would also give us -6 in some way, shape, or form. So would 8 and 1 or 2 and 4 somehow give us -6? Yep. So 2 and 4 gives us 6 somehow, some way, but it would have to be a -2 and a -4. So then I'm just going to check myself to make sure that this works. Is it true that -2 times -4 gives us a positive 8? And is it true that -2 plus -4 gives us a positive or a -6? So those are my 2 answers. So now I'm going to answer this guy. I'm going to look to see what letter they use, and they used a B, so that goes in the front of both of those parentheses. And then I'm just going to put in what I got for an answer. So B minus 2 and B minus 4. And that is your answer on those. Okay? It is okay for this one to be B minus 4 and this one to be B minus 2. Like I could flip-flop those and that is just fine. Okay. All right, next one, number 14. Crisscross it. What number would go on top here? Good. And what number would go down below? 6. So these 2 numbers multiply to get 8 and add to get 6. What 2 numbers would multiply to get 8 but add to get 6? 2 and 4. Positive, right? That works. Here I'm using n. So it'd be n plus 2 and n plus 4. Does that make sense? Okay. Yes, ma'am. Nope. Because if I were to FOIL this, like what we learned last unit, if I do b times b, I'm getting b squared. That's where that comes from. Okay, so put a line under 18. Put a line under 19. 23, 24, and 25. 18, 19, 23, 24, 25. So those 5 problems. That's what I want for you to do right now on your own, okay? So go ahead and do those. Okay, on number 18, when I multiply, what do I want to get? -90. But when I add, what do I want? -1. So that remember that invisible 1 that's right there? So what 2 numbers multiply to -90 but add to a -1? Good. And so this would be a plus 9 a minus 10. And again, this order of this could be flipped. Okay, number 19, when I multiply, I want 10, but when I add, I want two numbers would be what and what? Good. So this is p plus 1, p plus 10. Down here to 23. Crisscross. When I multiply, I want, but when I add, I want. Good. So my two numbers would be -5 and -10. Yep, because two negatives make a positive when I multiply and then go back to -15. So x minus 5, x minus 10. 24. When I multiply, I want. When I add, I want. Good. So what two numbers would that be? So v minus 2, v minus 5. Una más. Una más. Okay, when I multiply, I want. When I add, I want. Two numbers would be. Good job, guys. Is this making sense? Okay, awesome. Next pagina. Okay, so on this page, what I want for you to do is I need for you to do 1 through 15. When you are finished with that, you're going to head on over to Schoology. There is a assignment that you're going to enter some of these answers, not all of them, but finish all 15 first, and then head on over to that Schoology assignment to enter your answers. And then whenever you're done with that, that is the work for today. So a lot of you, though, have to go back and watch those videos and fill in your notes from the past 2 days, the snow days that you weren't here for, okay? So go ahead and do that after you do this. Any questions? All right, make sure to get all 15 done before you go into that Schoology assignment.